Hi Lorenzo. So, this video is about how I met your dad. I had a friend, okay, and we can call her Elle. Elle was very funny and very nice. I even lived with her for a little bit, and I just really liked to be over there. Now, that being said, Elle was a little bit exaggerated in like everything that she said or did. And then I had your godmother as a friend, but we were pretty close. Like me and your godmother got close pretty quick. So I was hanging out with your godmother at school, and Elle comes and says, "Oh my gosh, Gabby, there's these Brazilian girls that are coming into school, and they are like, I think she said like 8 or 9 siblings. They all live in a small little apartment, and they have like this tiny car that everyone has to fit into." And I was like, "Oh my god, are you serious? Like, we have to, if they're new here, we have to be friends with them, and we have to include them so that they don't feel like any less or anything like that." I was hanging out with my friends, and then I hear Portuguese. And I was like, "Oh my god." And I turned to your godmother and I'm like, "I think those are the girls." And so we go and we introduce ourselves, and we're like, "Hey, like, are you guys the Brazilian girls that we heard about?" They're like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah." So at this point, we're not going to be like, "Oh yeah, we heard that you were like poor." You know what I mean? So we didn't say that at all. We just like started trying to become friends with them. And we automatically hit it off again because we were talking about like this Cuban actor who is like really, really attractive. And he's our favorite actor, and then like our favorite TV show. And we just instantly became friends with them. And so they were like, "Do you want to meet our mom? She's like coming to pick us up." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And like, of course, I don't look at, oh, what type of clothes is that person wearing, or what type of car are they driving, or like what type of watches are they wearing. Like, I care about what's on the inside. And so the mom came to pick them up, and I had heard that they had family visiting from Brazil, and that they were like, going back to Brazil soon. So I was like, "How are all these people gonna fit in the car?" And when I was talking to the mom, she seemed like super nice, and then out comes this guy and opens the door for the girls. He would just smile at me. He says that I'm the one that was smiling. Okay, so I had to let Roxy and Aqua in, and they're crazy. I just really liked this guy, but they all got in the car. I said bye, and then they started driving off, and I just remember looking at like back at the car, and he was still looking at me while they were driving away. And and then I realized that Elle had told me that family was going back to Brazil. So I was like, well, that's that. I'm never gonna see this guy again. And so I kind of gave up on the idea, and I just like went to hang out with my friends again. I kind of gave up on the idea, and I went to hang out with my friends again. And then I think it was that Friday, I went to sleep over with your godmother at her house, and he had followed her on Instagram, and she posted a picture of her younger cousin, and he commented, "Oh, hey, you guys go to my sister's high school, right?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's not going back to Brazil. He's one of the siblings. Like, what?" And I was just like, that's crazy, because I thought that, this guy was going back to Brazil. Then I was like, okay, I have this like amazing idea. And of course, your godmother is my number one. And so she obviously did what I said. And I was like, "I'm gonna comment something, and then you're gonna answer in a comment, and you're gonna tag me first and answer to me, and then you're gonna tag him and answer to him, so that way whenever he sees the answer to him, he'll see my name first and then tap on it and then follow me. It happened exactly like that. She answered, he followed me, and I was like, I knew this would happen. And then, yeah, I kind of just like became friends with all of them. My brother did too. My mom did too. We spent Christmas over at their house, and New Year's they spent over at our house. And January 2nd of that, like, you know, that year, we actually like made it official. Oh, and our parents did not want us together. I forgot to, after they realized that we liked each other, they completely like just did not want us to be together, which is totally understandable. But we did find any way possible to hang out with my family. It was always like a friendly type of thing. We would just literally eat dinner or lunch or breakfast or anything with my family. So and so I think that's what helped him get really close with everyone in my family. And they obviously, like, over the past 5 years, just really created a strong bond with him, and of course so did I. Hey Lorenzo, sorry for the way I look, but I never finished that vlog, so I'm going to just finish it up right now. Long story short, I met your dad when I was starting high school. We were separated for about 3 years, and as soon as I turned 18, I decided to move in with him. So much happened during those 3 years. We were extremely immature, like I said before, and thankfully we were able to push through and grow up. And I forgot to mention that they were not poor at all. It was a huge misunderstanding because my friend Elle was so exaggerated, but they lived in a normal, wealthy part of the city. I think that your dad is a very kind person. I appreciate everything that he has done in my life, and I'm sure that he appreciates me as well. That was the story of how I met your dad, and I just want you to always appreciate him.